Marjory Delaqua is a necromancer from Divinity's Reach. Until recently, she was a member of the Ministry Guard of Divinity's Reach and was responsible for protecting various Crichton ministers and their staff. She quit that job after witnessing some terrible abuses of power. After she left the Guard, she went into business as an investigator for hire, taking on various cases that her clients needed handled, often with discretion. When Scarlet's Aetherblades assassinated Theo Ashford of the Captain's Council, Marjory led the inquiry that led to the arrest of their leader, Captain Mai Trin. Trin later escaped her cell and fled to the Mists, shortly before Scarlet's attack on Lion's Arch. Miss Delaqua would later help destroy the Tower of Nightmares in Keswick's Hills, along with Lady Kasmeer Meade and the Pact Commander, who led the mission. Through her connections as a Dermot Priory member, she obtained evidence samples left behind by Scarlet's forces. The Pact Commander, with Marjory's help and that of Kasmeer and Vorp, predicted the attack on Lion's Arch. Despite their warnings to the Captain's Council, the city fell, but it was later reclaimed. Lady Kasmeer Meade comes from noble stock, but her family has since fallen on hard times. Her gambling brother Kyle put the family deep into debt, forcing her father to liquidate their possessions. Despite his efforts to fix Kyle's mistakes and unable to pay his own bills, her father was thrown into prison, where he died. Kasmeer, now forced to work, found employment as an investigator with Marjory Delaqua. Their combined efforts, with the Pact Commander's help, led to the solving of Theo Ashford's murder during Dragon Bash. Kasmeer was instrumental in uncloaking the Nightmare Tower, as well as in other battles during Scarlet's campaign. She distracted Scarlet in the final battle on the Breachmaker, giving the Pact Commander a chance to deal the death blow. Rox is a Gladium. She lost her entire warband in a mining explosion. Since then, she performed tasks for Ritlock Brimstone, the Blood Legion Tribune, in an effort to join his Stone Warband. She crossed paths with Braham at the Molten Alliance facility. Together, under the leadership of the Pact Commander, they infiltrated the weapons base, freed the prisoners, and destroyed that operation. Throughout Scarlet's campaign, Rox fought beside the Pact Commander, providing ranged support and healing the injured. She accompanied the strike team that led the assault on Scarlet's Breachmaker in Lion's Arch. When Braham broke his leg during the fight, Rox stayed behind to tend to him. She also revived Marjory Delaqua, who was wounded by Scarlet's blast. In tending to her friends, she forfeited her opportunity to kill Scarlet, leaving the Pact Commander to do the honors. This was in direct conflict to her orders, and it ultimately led to her not gaining membership in the Stone Warband. Braham Eirsson hails from Kragstead, a sizable homestead in Wayfarer foothills. He's the son of Aristogalkan and Borgia the Sunchaser. As a child, he never knew his mother. She and Borgia parted amicably so she could forge her legend with Destiny's Edge. Braham's father, a hero in his own right, agreed to raise Braham to adulthood. Unfortunately, that wasn't meant to be. Borgia died when his son was a young boy. In the care of friends, Braham grew into an impetuous teen. He has a reputation for being a bit impulsive, but his heart's in the right place, or so I'm told. When the Molten Alliance swept through Norn lands, Braham saw the violence firsthand. He sought help from the Char at the Black Citadel, but was turned away. Tribune Brimstone had no troops to spare, and he didn't believe the claims that Braham was the son of his guildmate. Undeterred, Braham approached Newt Whitebear in the hopes of gathering Norn to fight back the invaders. Again, he was denied, as the Sons of Svanir were perceived as the bigger threat to Holbrook. Braham ultimately teamed up with Rox Whetstone, a Char Gladian who had fought the Molten Alliance at Nolan Hatchery. Together, and with the aid of the Pact Commander, they infiltrated the Molten Alliance weapons facility and destroyed it from the inside. Braham was involved in a number of operations against Scarlet. He joined the Pact Commander in the final assault on the Breachmaker, but he broke his leg in the process. Ah, Taimi. Rarely have I seen so much intellect and attitude crammed into such a tiny body, but don't let her size fool you. Between her feisty attitude and her skill at Golomancy, let's just say you wouldn't want to get on her bad side. She comes from Radassun, though her studies have taken her abroad. She first came to my attention when Scarlet's marionette was stomping around. Her obsession with Scarlet's research led to some crucial discoveries. When she speaks about magic, especially that of elder dragons, you'd best listen.